I am Harry Agombar and I'm the sporting director for Arabian Falcons Football Club. Yeah, for me, it's obviously a tough decision that I've had maybe a few weeks, maybe 1 month now, reflecting on that decision. I believe the time is right. I wanted to leave on my own terms and terms that meant that the club was in a better position before I arrived, and I believe we're in a great position now on the field and off the field. So super important for me that the timing of this decision was when it was. Like I said, we've had an amazing 3 years from the moment I arrived until now. Some amazing people at the club that I need to thank. Obviously, much goes down to the owners for giving me this opportunity and giving me this role. And then obviously, of course, the players that have come in and left over the past 3 years have been absolutely instrumental to what we've done. And then nextly to my staff, I mean, you're only as good as your staff, and Matt, Brandon, Grant have been incredible for me, really challenged me each day, and they've been a great part of our success. So yeah, it's farewell, but it's also a new challenge for me, going into a role that I hope that I can really push the club on and leave the club in good light for next season. Becoming sporting director is firstly an honour, something that I didn't vision, but when it was brought to me was something that I was super excited about. I believe I can bring a lot of structure to the club that the club needs, and day to day my life for sure is going to change in my roles, and it's going to be networking with other clubs in the region, other clubs in Europe, in the States, and being around people and networking this club and making sure we have a link and a bridge pathway for these players and the staff and everyone like that. So much to get going on, so much to start and get my head into. The summer's going to be a super busy period, and can't wait for that. And like I said, just really diving deep and getting my teeth into something that I know I can excel in is exciting. I think I've took the club as far as I could now. It's been 3 years. I think it makes sense for them to hear a different voice day to day and be pushed in a different way. For me, my commitment has always been the same and always will be the same to this club. And like I said, a different voice for them, a different path. And I believe my energy and everything I've done over the last 3 years has come to a halt in terms of the on-field stuff. So it's now taking a different direction. And for me, this direction is giving them the best platform ultimately that we can give. So can I go and sit with other clubs, sit with other agents, give them a platform to really show their abilities and showcase what they're about. I think for me, most importantly, is on the recruitment side and the philosophy of the club. It's super important we have a model and a playing style that we stick to, and us as staff and the management and the owners sit down and make sure we're aligned with that. We've had them conversations on what we want to be and what we want to look like and uphold the correct image in the region and globally. So that'll be down to me to get that correct. Obviously, recruitment side, as a football club's the most important. We need to recruit the right players, the right staff, make sure their image fits with the club and their profile, and yeah, that's going to be a real challenge over the summer, and I'm excited to get started with that. First year was an incredible year for us as a group. I mean, we went undefeated, obviously won the league, had some such high moments which were incredible for us and for the players, and also off the pitch that year we had some great success stories with players moving into Europe, which was the ultimate goal for us. We wanted boys to better their careers, and we managed to do that, which was an incredible feat for the club. And for me personally, coming into a role that I was unknown, really on the job, learning my trade every day. And like I said, the first year couldn't have gone any better. And the 3 years I've been here, it's been a real learning curve for me. Just seeing how people live, how people go about their day to day, and how much support we had to give. And we give enormous support to the players. and we had to. We know that they were stepping into different part of their careers, and this is going to shape them as people, and the experiences will shape them, and that's what we took from last year. We was all in a tough moments, and we just shaped each other, and people's characters really come to light, and that was the beauty of last year and what we take as a positive. And yeah, for the next person who steps in the role, I believe as a manager that's the most important part, managing people, managing these players who do come from different backgrounds, different cultures, like I said, and really working hard with them daily, whether that's on the pitch, off the pitch, and creating that bond and that togetherness. For us, obviously, the first year there was, like I said, so much success, and I think the real wins from that year, obviously winning the league, which was massive for the club as a whole, but the real wins were seeing people go on and better their careers. I mean, I look at a couple of players that went, like Awudu, who went to Belgium, was a massive success story for the club, but Aziz, who went to Crystal Palace. These are moments that change people's lives, and to be a part of that was such a humbling feeling, and we hope that carries on happening. That's the aim for the club and the model of the club. Can we better people's careers and lives? And then also, I look at Kinte for an example, come in as a young man and not played loads of football, and then goes and becomes a top goal scorer of the league, and you can see the happiness and the smile on his face, speaking to family back home, letting them know of that success for himself personally. They're massive moments, and they're moments that I'll never forget for sure. It's hard to say a standout difficult moment, but I think every time you lose, every time there's a tough injury to a player that's a vital part, or every time someone has to leave, like in January when boys have to leave the club, and that's really tough because you're having to let people go who have become a real part of what you're trying to create. For me, I look back to the first year, the second year of people leaving the club, and it's the hardest part, getting rid of boys that you've really tried to integrate into the group and be super close with, and then you have to lose them. That's a real tough moment as from a human point of view. That even the players will speak highly of me, of that I dove into their lives and tried to help them as much as possible, and that's really tough because that's 24/7. Boys leaving their home country, no support, no family here. You have to become a family member, and as a group you have to become a family and stick together. Boys living together, boys who need help with different parts of their life, and some are more experienced than others, and some are super young coming here and have a real opportunity. We spoke to the boys after our last win. I think initially a lot of shock for the players. Obviously, like I said, been here 3 years and been sort of their go-to. That doesn't change. I always want to be that person that they can come to and speak to about anything. That doesn't change at all. But had some amazing chats with some of the boys and amazing messages and stuff like that, and that really hits home and will stay with me. I know how much I've changed some of their lives and how much they've touched mine and changed mine for the better. So yeah, hope I can carry on being that person for them. And when I'm around and they see me, I hope that they see me smiling and happy that I'm still here and still part of this massive project, and I want them to feel the same. But they know how much I believe in them, individually and collectively. So it's just having that belief within themselves, which I'm sure they've got over the last sort of 4 to 5 weeks with the results we've had. So yeah, just a massive thank you, and keep working hard and playing with a smile on your face, and go and finish the season as strong as possible. Yeah, for the players, like I said, just a massive thank you from me, and look, it's not a goodbye, it's a see you soon. I'll be here, I'm around the place, and just remember the good moments and try and create them good moments again for the club, because that's ultimately what we all want, achieving and pushing in the same direction. And for the person who's stepping in my role, just good luck, because it's tough, but it's a role that's really rewarding when you get it right and you put all your energy into it. And I know that person will. And being a great mentor to the players is key in that. I think giving them your most and your energy and your commitment every day, I think it goes a long way. And yeah, just thank you to everyone at the club, staff, owners, players. It's been an absolute pleasure, and it is farewell. But like I said, I'll be around, and I'll be really pushing this club in the right direction to the best of my ability. And when I'm around and they see me, I hope that they see me smiling and happy that I'm still here and still part of this massive project, and I want them to feel the same. But they know how much I believe in them, individually and collectively. So it's just having that belief within themselves, which I'm sure they've got over the last sort of 4 to 5 weeks with the results we've had. So yeah, just a massive thank you, and keep working hard and playing with a smile on your face, and go and finish the season as strong as possible.